What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Pokeface here, and today we're going to be reacting to the Pokemon Direct that did come out today here on Pokemon Day, guys. So, happy Pokemon Day. Hopefully you guys are having a very good day so far. I sure am. And yeah, we're going to be reacting to this Pokemon Direct, which I am guessing is going to be on Gen 8. I am seeing this roughly as when it comes out. My internet was a bit slow initially, but yeah, guys, we're going to go into this, and hopefully it's what we're expecting from Pokemon.
Welcome to the Pokemon Direct.
Welcome, thank you.
From the Pokemon Company.
Yep, so you guys probably already know Ishihara, who's the CEO.
Today, I would like to share some very special information with all of you.
Okay, yeah.
Pokemon trainers
Okay,
all
zoomed
around the
out.
globe have
Get to see
already
some
enjoyed
throwbacks in the
many
background.
adventures
You
in
get to
various
see
regions of
the
Pokemon
different
world.
games that have come out over the years.
Along the way,
Very nostalgic.
trainers have encountered many different Pokemon, battled against countless other Pokemon trainers.
Guys, I can't wait for
and
this,
stories
to
all
be
their own.
completely honest with you. Will it be based on England?
The new
That's the
Pokemon
real
journey
question.
will begin for all of you.
What would the starters be?
We've prepared a special video to welcome you to the setting of your next adventure.
Yeah, setting of next adventure. It's definitely Gen 8.
Let's take a look.
Okay, guys, okay. Okay, so it's gonna be on Switch. Big surprise. Game footage not final, but this looks nice. It's looking good. That's a very typical English sort of countryside house. If you guys didn't already know that, you wouldn't expect that in the cities like London or the bigger cities, but countryside, you do see houses like this. First character has got a suitcase on his back. It kind of makes more sense than the backpacks we carry for a long journey. Here's a new sprite, the male character. I really like it. I like his outfit as well. He looks like that British hiker, countryside sort of boy, so I really like that. Girl sprite looks nice as well. A very cute character, very nice character. I like everything about her outfit as well, except for the hat. I'm sure a lot of people will like it. It's like a Scottish sort of hat. So again, that UK vibe coming from this already, from my first look at these things. But yeah, I'm not too big a fan of the actual outfit, just because of the hat. Hopefully it's a bit more characterizable, like the other games have been. But the sprite itself I really like, which is to be expected. Okay, you see the woods as well. I'm guessing this is going to be like an old London town, or something based on it. And to be fair, we didn't think, or at least I didn't think it was going to be like modern England, because that's not that cool. It's very similar to a lot of other countries. So I did expect it to be like an old sort of industrialized England. Okay, so this is, I do not know what it is. Perhaps a gym, or it's probably a gym. It looks like a gym, or something like that. Okay, you see some advertisements. You see the mountains, like icy mountains. There's gonna be so many new Pokemon, guys. I can't wait. Some sort of mansion there, a lake, a bench by the lake. This is how the parks in the UK look as well. A lot of the time, there's a lake. There's always loads of benches around. Sneaking up in the grass. Okay, so it's going back. So unlike Let's Go, we're not going to be able to see the Pokemon, I'm guessing. It's going to be more like we've seen in the Sun and Moon games, and the games before that, where you just walk into the grass and you wait for an encounter. This is obviously Pikachu, unless they've changed him. Yeah, there we go. And Chinchou. So they're not showing any new Pokemon so far. I didn't expect them to just show a whole bunch of Pokemon. Wishy-Washi's there. So we get to see the other Pokemon that are there. Here's the animation for the battles. Looks very similar, so the actual format of battling doesn't look like it's changed too much from the Let's Go games. They've probably just amped up the animation and the clarity and stuff. See like that? It looks quite crisp, it looks quite nice. Munchlax in the house. That city looks really, or that little town center looks really nice. This looks a bit like the Kalos cave. I can't remember the name of the cave off the top of my head. It could also be a throwback to the caves or the underground caves in the Sinnoh region. because of those gems that we see on the side. Maybe we'll be able to excavate, the rocks. Sorry guys, I'm so hyped I can't speak properly. And maybe it will be similar like that, a bit of an Easter egg or throwback to the Sinnoh regions. Now that's a crop circle, which you don't really see in the UK. So that's a bit different. I'm assuming that's just going to be Kecleon, unless it's a new electric type Pokemon. It might be. Maybe it is some sort of electric chameleon, considering there's like lightning coming out of whatever he's either blowing or something like that. So maybe this is just like one of those things Pokemon does where it's not going to show you the actual Pokemon, but there is a Pokemon, and the more I look at it, the less I think it is going to be Kecleon. Why would you just have a random crop circle of Kecleon up there? Maybe that's one of the mythical Pokemon in this game, but we'll have to wait and see. That looks kind of cool. Look how crisp the game looks, guys. I'm hoping this is how some of the final footage looks. I'm sure it is. You see some of those flags in the background have those castle designs and stuff. Again, linking to the UK. And all countries have castles, more or less, but it's what we attribute to the olden sort of industrial UK. Or the countrysides where you might go and see these castles. So I think this is the same town centre we saw briefly before. There's the cave, and maybe we'll have those designable layers in the caves like we've seen in other games. I'm guessing this is the Pokemon, the Professor's Lab, sorry. It looks quite nice, looks quite detailed. So maybe that's the lab, maybe that mansion looking thing by the lake is the lab. Wouldn't be surprised if it is. Off for your journey. Okay, so the badge it has on the side is the same as what that thing I called a gym was. Maybe you wear uniforms when you go into the gym, if that is a gym. Okay, so he's actually wearing baseball attire, or I think it's baseball attire, which might link to the baseball episode in the Sun and Moon anime. And he is walking to a stadium. I don't know if it's just a battle stadium and you just wear that uniform, in which case it might still be a gym. But perhaps that thing we saw was just a stadium, and this game might have loads of little mini games like we've seen in other Pokemon games. And perhaps this is just a stadium with baseball mini games, similar to the stadium we see in Gen 5, but with actual games that you can play on the side. So that would be quite cool. But we have to wait and see what this really means. It might just be a baseball game within the game, but yeah. Oh, so they're not going to show us that anyway. Okay, again, not actual game footage. You see some of those clogs. Again, it looks like a bit of a throwback to some sort of industrial age of the UK or England. A Big Ben-esque sort of building in the background. Hasn't got the actual clock on it. And again, guys, before you say in the comments that, Big Ben's actually the bell inside the tower. Yes, I do know that. I'm just saying in general, especially for the viewers outside the UK that might not assume that it's the bell. Let's just say that's what Big Ben looks like, and let's just say we're talking about the building. But I get Magearna sort of vibes from this, and if you look at the actual movie itself with Magearna in, the people and the royals in that film do look like they're wearing some sort of old British attire, so maybe there'll be a tie-in between the two, or a link between the two. There's a clog. Okay, so we're seeing our first Pokemon here, and it's probably the starters. Okay, so it's a bunny, which we all guessed. The fire starter was bound to be from the last few signs on the Chinese zodiac chart, or calendar. So it was going to be one of them. And it looks like it's going to be the bunny, guys, which we've got loads of artwork for. It looks cute, looks cool. Okay, guys, so yeah, this looks really cool. It looks like a really fun starter. It has got this like bandage thing on its nose. Might just be nothing, but I'm sorry to say to a lot of you guys, it might end up being a firefighting type. I know how happy a lot of the Pokemon community was when they found out Incineroar wasn't just another firefighting type. And the same could happen here. Maybe it just has that design and it ends up not being. But it's probably going to be a firefighting, guys, so you might have to get ready for that. But it looks quite cool, it looks quite cute. Okay. Yeah. Okay, who's putting it out with water? Okay, so this is going to be the water starter, guys. We can see a bit of a fin, and it's like camouflaged into the background. Okay. So, initially I get a frog vibe from it. It's not going to be a frog, because we already had Froakie in the Kalos region. But, considering it just blended into the background, it's probably some sort of lizard. You might link it a bit more to Mudkip, which is based on the Oxalotl, which is a bit like a salamander, which I guess people could say is a bit lizardy, if you can even say that. But this looks like it's going to be a water lizard. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's got that lizard sort of chameleon tail. As we know, chameleons can blend into the background really well. It's got those hands, it's got that. Yeah, it's definitely based on a lizard. There's no doubt about that. By its look, and the fact that it hides as well, it's probably going to be one of those timid Pokemon that you always see in the starters. The ones that hide away and get startled very easily. And there we go. That's exactly the reaction that it had. But what to this grass starter who is banging at a rock? Now, I personally think it's going to be a monkey, but let's wait and see. Okay. Why was there steam coming off the grass? What was that? Sorry guys, I need to see that again. Oh, I think that was the footsteps from the bunny, fire bunny thing. But God knows why. Yeah, it's definitely a monkey, it has to be. Oh, okay, that's quite cute. It's also got that look with the orange coloration in its hands looking like gloves that it might end up being a grass fighting, sorry. And again, it looks a lot like the Fakemon artwork we've seen of the grass monkeys in loads of other designs that people have made. And I'm going to assume that this will evolve, if it is going to be a grass fighting type, into something that does look a lot like the Fakemon designs that we have seen in the past. So perhaps it will look like that. But yeah, we have to see. I doubt they're going to have two starters that end up also being fighting types. So maybe that Fire Bunny won't be and this will be. Or maybe this will be like a rock grass or something. Or maybe it's just going to be a pure grass, guys. Like, there's nothing wrong with that as well. But all the stars are looking really cute on first look at things. I'm really excited for it. Words can't even describe. Okay, so these are the titles of the game. Pokemon, what's the first one? Pokemon Sword? Yeah, okay. So, I think I've seen this one place before. I'm guessing the other title is going to be Shield. And is that a Lycanroc head? Is that going to be a legendary Pokemon? Probably is going to be a legendary wolf. And you have that Anglo-European vibe already to it. I shouldn't be talking to I see if it is Pokemon Shield. Yep. Okay, so the new titles are Pokemon Sword and Shield. I didn't expect it, guys. It does link a bit to England in terms of the knights and stuff like that. But also because we were all expecting Pokemon King and Queen or games like that. And we get that with Sword and Shield as well. So kind of knew what was coming, but at the same time didn't expect it to be like this. So that is quite cool. I'm a fan, I guess, of these games already. Maybe because it's based in the UK and I'm biased. Yeah, Pokemon Sword and Shield, is that it?
Today, we are pleased to announce all new entries in the main series of Pokemon RPGs for Nintendo Switch, Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield.
Okay.
And for an introduction to the adventure that awaits you in these games, I'd like to ask this next guest to tell you more.
Who's the next guest? Masuda, my guy.
I'm Junichi Masuda from Game Freak, and I have been working as the
So he's the producer. Okay, so we knew he wasn't going to be the director. He stepped down as director. But he has actually been the producer of these games. So no wonder it's not completely different. It still looks like a regular Pokemon game. But yeah, okay, so he has put a lot of input into this.
Right now, we at Game Freak are hard at work on the development of Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. For the veteran Pokemon trainers who have experienced so many adventures with us up until now. For the new trainers who held a Pokeball for the first time in the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu game, or the Pokemon Let's Go Eevee game. And for all those out there looking to become Pokemon trainers for the first time.
That is not me.
These games will be new entries in the Pokemon series.
Yep.
Role-playing games that will get any player
It's a
fired
typical
up
waffle.
and excited. Since these are new entries, naturally, you'll find that they take place in a new region. You've
Yeah.
never before seen Pokemon.
What's the
live
region
there,
called,
and new
Master?
adventures you've yet to experience. So let's turn to the director of these games, our
Okay.
own Mr. Omori, to hear more.
So he just told us the generic stuff. The generic stuff, sorry.
I'm Shigeru Omori from Game Freak. I'm working as the
So he was the director
Pokemon
that took
Sword
over the
and Pokemon.
role of Master when he stepped down.
The setting of these games is known as
Okay, the
Galar region.
Galar region, yeah, okay. So it's a long region. You look at the design of England. England is just like this really long sort of country, I guess, which has like a bulge at the bottom and has Scotland at the top. But of course, it's not going to look exactly like England, guys. So before you just roast me for saying, "Oh, this is not England," it might be a part of Scotland, or maybe, and maybe it is. But it's still going to be a part of the UK, and Galahad, you know, has links to the knights again. It's called Sword and Shield. I think there's going to be a lot of King Arthur references probably in this game. And I think the history is going to link to the Kalos history as well a lot, just like French and British history in general. I'm interested to see what the city of London looks like as a town in the Pokemon games. We see the badge on the bottom of that Big Ben sort of tower looking thing as well that we saw in the other place. So maybe that is just gyms and you dress like a baseball player when you go to the gym. But yeah, I'm really excited for the Galar region. We're going to look at a bit more of it in detail a bit later. But just on first looks, it looks quite nice. It looks a bit straightforward though. There's not like width to explore. There's just like that forward way of looking. There's a little thing in the corner here, like islands there, which you probably explore later or post game, I am guessing. Maybe there's like a legendary there or something. Yeah, there we go. See, it's just like a long sort of,
many environments.
like he says, it's
containing
expansive.
idyllic countryside and contemporary cities.
Yeah, so countryside and contemporary cities, again, very UK-like.
Vast plains and craggy snow-covered mountains.
I'm going to do a whole separate video looking at the different parts of the Galar region on this map and what I think the different parts will be. But this is just my first initial reaction. It looks really nice. It does look like a pretty big region for where it is as well, even though it looks quite straightforward.
The people and Pokemon live here, and they've worked together to develop the industries in the region.
It's the
Here
same
in this
gameplay we
region,
saw
you'll
before,
visit gyms with
or
the
more or
newly
less.
discovered Pokemon you choose to be your first partner, aiming for the enviable and admirable title of champion. So let's get to know the Pokemon that could be your next
Partner
partner.
Pokemon.
The chimp Pokemon Grookey.
The chimp Pokemon. Okay, so yeah, it's a monkey, obviously. Or, sorry, it's not a monkey, it's a chimp. Well, it's meant to be a chimp, but it has a tail. Okay, let's put biology aside. It's called Grookey. Grass monkey, I'm guessing. You know, kind of expected name.
Genius Poke
There's probably something else to link to it as well that I can't think of right
is
now.
full of boundless curiosity.
Maybe ground? Maybe it's gonna be a grass ground, like Torterra, I don't know.
The rabbit Pokemon Scorbunny.
Scorbunny. Okay, not too big a fan of the name. It's very like expected. Scorch Bunny. It's not amazing. He's got some of those tabs on his feet as well. Again, very fighting like.
And the water lizard Pokemon Sobble.
Water lizard. It would be cool to see if this becomes a water electric type. That would be quite cool. With that yellow fin it has. Sobble. Okay, that's a bit of a better name. Something I would expect. I can't think of where it comes from initially. I don't know, Sobble, something, bubble, God knows. But I'll think about it later.
Attacks as it hides itself in the water.
There we go. Hide self. Quite timid.
You'll choose one of these distinct...
Okay, guys, to be completely honest, I don't know which one I'm going to be picking. This is my initial reaction. I have to look into it a lot more, probably see some of its evolutions as well before I just make a choice. Last time it was quite obvious I wanted to go for Rowlet. I did like all of the stars in Alola, but yeah, Rowlet was my first choice.
Pokemon to be your trusty partner and set out across the Galar region on a new adventure. Along the way, there will be many more never-before-seen Pokemon waiting
hope
to
there
meet
is.
you and be discovered.
Will we hit the 1,000 Pokemon number in this game, or will there just be like a few additions?
As we work on the development of these games, our goal has been to create the greatest Pokemon experience yet.
I
We're
hope it is.
challenging ourselves to try new things, while still treasuring what makes Pokemon special. So we hope you'll all be looking forward to the adventures awaiting you in the Galar region.
Hopefully. Is that it?
So, what did you think?
Okay, so yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. I'm gonna have loads more videos coming out on my channel, explaining what I think about, for example, the Galar region, more specifically the starters. Which starter am I going to choose? As more information is leaked out as well, I will be reacting to that, and my further thoughts, I'll look onto the website as well and see what it says on the actual Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield website. But yeah, guys, for now, hopefully you like this reaction. Tell me what you guys think about the Galar region and the scenery in the game, the actual region itself, the starters, which star are you going to choose? Tell me all that stuff. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel, comment on the channel, and I will see you guys next time.
같이 올라가자